Long ago, there lived a beautiful girl in Mexico named Maria. She belonged to a poor family, but was known in the village for her beauty. One day, a very wealthy man who visited the village fell in love with her at first sight. Maria was also attracted to his charm, and she happily accepted his marriage proposal. After the wedding, they started living in the same village. Everything was going great, and 2 little kids joined the family in a few years. Her husband had to regularly travel for work and couldn't come back home many a times. As time went by, he stopped coming back home. After more than a few months when he did not return home at all, Maria felt devastated. She kept weeping so much that it felt like those tears have left permanent marks on her face. Her beauty faded and she grew pale. Later, she got to know that her husband married another beautiful young lady in the town. Maria, angry and hurt, took her children to a river and drowned them in a blind rage. When she heard her kids cry for help, she realized her blunder and started looking for them. But it was too late. The river had already carried them away. Few days later, she was found dead at the riverside. Challenged at the gates of heaven for the whereabouts of her children, she was not permitted to enter the afterlife until she finds them. Stuck between the land of the living and the dead, she spends eternity looking for her lost children. Near the seashores of Latin America, she has always heard weeping for her children, earning her the name LaLlorona, or Weeping Woman. It is said that if one hears her cries, they should run the opposite way. It could bring them misfortune or even death. LaLlorona kidnaps wandering children at night, mistaking them for her own. She begs the heaven for forgiveness, and after knowing that they aren't her kids, she drowns them in water. In Mexico, one such incident happened with Pedro. He was 13 years old when he was playing with his younger brother near the river. Accidentally, their ball fell into the river and they went looking for it. Suddenly, Pedro heard a lady crying and stopped. But his little brother went ahead. What Pedro saw next was unimaginable. He saw a woman in a white gown with a veil rising from the water. She lifted his brother in her arms and vanished into the river. Pedro shouted his brother's name, but nobody appeared. All of a sudden, the woman reappeared and tried to drag Pedro into the river. He somehow threw a stone at her and managed to escape. Days passed, but his brother never returned. People said LaLlorona took him away. Until date, people claim to have seen her at night around lakes and rivers, wearing a white gown and weeping for her lost kids. If you like this video, subscribe to Bloody Monday and watch chilling horror stories almost every week.